DMT is a naturally present chemical found in the human lungs, our brain, and many plants and animals. In its extracted form, DMT becomes the most potent hallucinogen on the planet, and those who have experimented with DMT document a new dimension they call hyperspace. Some say that it is the chemical that creates this reality, and many shamans say hyperspace is the afterlife. Still, other psychonauts say that DMT is an emissary from aliens, and it allows us a glimpse into what awaits us as our consciousness evolves. What is factual is that DMT is a gateway to a form of consciousness that is quite alien to us in our mundane material existence. Some scientists say it is all just brain hallucinations, but neuroscience says that there's nothing outside of the mind in the first place. DMT simply puts us in touch with what's already there in a way that we can comprehend. However, these theories are irrelevant, for the highest form of wisdom is to understand that we know nothing and are infants on a cosmic scale. But the most interesting aspect of DMT experiences is a consistent theme of encounters with independent, self-aware entities in hyperspace. Some enter a consistent realm, others end up in random areas, and others can seem to travel throughout the dimension at will. Psychonauts have documented many of the entities encountered in hyperspace, so let's explore some of these mysterious DMT entities.
But first, if you enjoy Cryptic Chronicles, then please help out the channel by subscribing. Over 50% of our viewers are not subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button. It's a small click for you, but it helps the channel greatly and means a lot to me. Also, please make sure you like and comment to help please the algorithm gods. And thanks for supporting Cryptic Chronicles. Circus ringleaders.
Some think that the circus ringleaders are jesters, a more famous DMT entity, but this is not the case. They appear very much like the front man of a circus, though hyper-real and exaggerated psychedelically. They'll use a baton or wand and focus you where they want you to pay attention while swinging it around enthusiastically, just as a good showman would, because that's their primary attribute: showmanship. These DMT entities are eager to show you hyperspace's wonders with great zeal. They are quick to manifest if the trippers enter a particularly unique and impressive area of the dimension. At other times, they will excitedly get your attention to announce a show being put together specifically for the psychonaut, and follows through with a fantastic display of psychedelic wonder. Circus ringleaders shamelessly promote themselves and their presentation to the tripper and boast with grandiose rhetoric. These DMT entities are very intelligent and communicate telepathically, though they do move their mouths, and are all around very exciting and dynamic in their demeanor. They are benevolent to the core and will never purposely scare the psychonaut in any way. The ringleader will take great pleasure in the viewer's delight, and nothing pleases them more than putting on a good show.
Mantis insectoid entities.
One of the more disturbing and alien DMT entities is the mantis and insectoid beings. While there is much UFO phenomenon lore surrounding mantis aliens, their nature as self-autonomous DMT entities is less known, but these types of entities can be insectoid in general and have also been called alien ants by some psychonauts. They are all in the same category, more or less, but what they do all have in common is the inability for people to relate to these entities because of their alien nature. Encounters with these bug-like entities usually revolve around an experience of being operated on, somewhat similar to alien abductee accounts, but still different and unique. Trips also have a theme of being inspected in some way, like an examination or something. Their curiosity concerning the person is universally quite pronounced, but they leave many DMT users confused because they never have a direct message. Moreover, their alien nature makes most trippers unnerved in an encounter. In saying that, psychonauts can't really agree on their true nature. There are too many contradictions in trying to label them good or bad or anything in between. Many trippers swear that they are parasitic and feast on energy of sentient beings like humans from the hyperdimension. When inspecting humans in hyperspace, they are often very interested in emotions, which adds to this point of view. But then again, others have never reported any energetic vampirism, and many encounters with mantids are so brief, it's impossible to categorize them in a good or bad way. However, more rare documentations of trips in hyperspace say that they are ancient and very wise. After connecting with an insectoid on DMT, they have also come to visit the tripper through lucid dreaming, so they have access directly to the minds of humans if they wish beyond hyperspace. In any case, the verdict on these mantid DMT entities is still out.
Energy tapestries.
These DMT entities are entirely alien to human life and are somewhat cosmic horror to a degree. Their form is made of incomprehensible dimensional properties. Psychonauts say they appear like flat projections, while at the same time being more than 3 dimensions, which causes a unnerving paradox visually human minds are not used to or evolved to understand. As far as documentation of encounters with energy tapestries goes, the entities are neutral in nature. They are so beyond humanity in countless ways, they are almost universally uninterested in a tripper and mostly leave psychonauts unacknowledged. However, they do create a hauntingly perilous feeling in people and certainly are alive and aware. A handful of DMT psychonauts have felt a desire to worship the entities because of the intense awe they inspire. These tapestries have later appeared in visions and dreams, haunting people who have seen them for some time. Lots of time can be spent just looking at energy tapestries without the tripper even realizing it, and their journey through hyperspace can end abruptly after seemingly spending an eternity viewing a tapestry. These entities either can't communicate or don't care to because they're not known to speak to psychonauts in any way. Hyperspace explorers have suggested that this is because it would be like an ant trying to talk to a human.
The World Eaters.
These entities may or may not exist in many dimensions and are not native to hyperspace. In appearance as a whole, they are thought to be allegorical. As far as I can tell, there has never been a literal encounter with the World Eaters. They are just shown to DMT trippers in hyperspace by other entities in psychedelic visions. And that's probably good because they don't seem very nice. They are a hive mind entity of countless lesser drones and maintain a colossal population. They are never perceived as intelligent or self-aware, but more a force of nature. Their appearance is insect-like, though not theatrical or overly fear-inducing. The World Eaters have the malevolence analogous to a colony of ants here on Earth, which is none. They are just alive and performing their instincts to survive and consume and conquer. In saying that, the World Eaters are still highly invasive and consuming, hence their name. Visions of them have shown the entities devouring whole worlds on many dimensional levels, both energetic and material. They don't leave a barren husk of a planet behind them, but essentially consume it from existence in all dimensions, including DMT hyperspace. They are insatiable and evolved to feed and conquer. The World Eaters have consumed entire timelines and may or may not have already consumed the only path that they could have ever had to ours. Psychonauts speculate that they are shown the World Eaters as an example of what's possible out there beyond our narrow reality, but they have never been shown to be a threat or danger to us in any way, and are most likely shown to the tripper to put the way we see ourselves as a species in a context of a higher reality.
Elementals.
Elementals are found in tons of esoteric traditions, so it's no surprise that they're discovered in DMT hyperspace. While they are drastically different from one another in more ways than one, they roughly can be categorized into 5 different types: fire elemental, water elemental, air elemental, earth elemental, and artificial elemental. For the most part, elementals are not very self-aware or intelligent. They mostly just do their job in manifesting their element into material matter. but sometimes get up to no good. However, the higher up you go in the hierarchy of a particular type of elemental group, the smarter the elemental is, with the ones at the top of the pyramid analogous to a queen bee over all the others under it. In hyperspace, they are ordinarily just viewed going about their business and rarely interact with a tripper. Usually, they appear in unique forms representing their element and have little interest in anything around them in hyperspace that doesn't have to do with their element. That's a good thing too, because you really don't want to get their attention. After all, they're offended incredibly easily. Fire elementals in particular don't react well to what they see as disrespect, with spontaneous human combustion as a good example. But none of them have any qualms in causing a disaster of their elemental paradigm. On rare accounts, the more intelligent, higher-up elementals have revealed secrets of nature to DMT trippers, who then rarely remember what they were told after they come back to the real world. How one interacts with a particular elemental element in their ordinary waking day-to-day life will play a massive role in the elemental's temperament to the psychonaut. For example, fire elementals don't like it when you blow out candles. They'd prefer people to put them out with their fingers or specific utensils. And if somebody blows out a lot of candles or seems to act in a way that they find disrespectful towards their element when they go into hyperspace, the elemental can be pretty aggressive towards them. However, if interacted with respectfully and correctly, elementals have been happy to indulge trippers in hyperspace. Then there are the artificial elementals, which could be a category all their own. They don't exist like the other elementals and burn out over time unless specific criteria are met, and their existence revolves around the role for which they were created, which can literally be anything, and their appearance is whatever image was used to manifest them in the mind of their creator.